Ever wonder why some people seem to breeze through life while others struggle? Could it be the choices they make? Today, we're embarking on an enlightening journey, exploring the top 5 mistakes people often make in their lives. We'll unravel these common missteps, shedding light on how they affect our lives and how we can learn from them. So buckle up and prepare for a thought-provoking ride. Let's dive into these common pitfalls and see how we can learn from them. First off, ever caught yourself too comfortable in your current situation? It's a common trap, and many of us fall into it. We become complacent, we stop pushing ourselves, we stop learning. And that's when we begin to stagnate. This is one of the most common mistakes people make in their lives, neglecting personal development. Imagine a tree. If it stops growing, it starts dying. The same principle applies to us. We are like trees. We need to continually grow, nourish our minds, and broaden our horizons. The world around us is constantly evolving, and if we don't keep up, we risk getting left behind. Consider this. You might be excellent at your job today, but what about tomorrow? What about next year? Or even 10 years down the line? The skills you have now may not be as relevant or as valuable in the future. That's why it's crucial to keep learning, to keep enhancing your knowledge and skills. So how can we avoid this pitfall? The answer is simple: by embracing continuous learning. This doesn't necessarily mean going back to school or getting another degree. Learning can come in many forms. It can be as simple as reading a book, attending a webinar, or even watching a documentary. The key is to remain curious and open-minded. Another effective way to foster personal growth is by stepping out of your comfort zone. It's easy to stick to what we know, to keep doing what we're good at. But real growth happens when we challenge ourselves, when we venture into the unknown. It could be as simple as taking up a new hobby, learning a new language, or even traveling to a new place. Lastly, make time for self-reflection. It's important to periodically take stock of where you are, where you want to go, and what you need to do to get there. This can help you identify areas for improvement and set realistic, achievable goals. Remember, growth is a lifelong journey, not a destination. So don't rush it, don't force it. Embrace the journey, enjoy the process, and most importantly, never stop learning. Second mistake. Ever found yourself chasing the dollar at the expense of everything else? We live in a society that often overemphasizes material success. We're bombarded with images of luxury cars, sprawling mansions, and exotic vacations. We see influencers flaunting their designer wardrobes and CEOs boasting about their 7-figure salaries. It's easy to get caught up in this whirlwind of wealth and status, to equate success with the size of our bank accounts and the title on our business cards. But let's pause for a moment and consider this. Is a life spent in relentless pursuit of material wealth truly a life well lived? Let's take a look at John, a high-powered executive who works 80 hours a week. Yes, he has a 6-figure salary, a corner office, and a luxury car. But when was the last time he had dinner with his family? Or took a vacation that wasn't a business trip? Or simply took a moment to breathe and enjoy the simple pleasures of life? There's an old saying that goes, "You can't take it with you." No matter how much wealth or status we accumulate in our lifetimes, we can't take any of it with us when we leave this world. So why do we spend so much time and energy chasing after these fleeting things? The truth is, the most fulfilling aspects of life often come from the simplest pleasures. It's the joy of a home-cooked meal with loved ones, the satisfaction of a job well done, the thrill of learning something new, the peace of a quiet walk in nature. These are the things that bring true happiness and satisfaction, far more than any luxury car or designer wardrobe ever could. So how can we strike a balance between our ambitions and our personal well-being? First, it's important to redefine our concept of success. Success isn't just about wealth or status. It's about living a life that's true to who we are, a life that brings us joy and fulfillment. Next, we need to prioritize our well-being over our work. This means setting boundaries with our time, taking regular breaks, and making time for the things that bring us joy. It's about understanding that our worth isn't determined by our job title or our bank account, but by the kind of person we are and the positive impact we make on the world. Finally, we need to cultivate gratitude for the simple pleasures in life. Instead of focusing on what we don't have, let's appreciate what we do have. Let's take time to savor a delicious meal, to enjoy a beautiful sunset, to share a laugh with a friend. These are the moments that truly enrich our lives. Wealth and titles are fleeting, but personal satisfaction lasts a lifetime. So let's stop chasing after the wind and start pursuing what truly matters. Let's redefine success on our own terms and live lives that are rich in joy, fulfillment, and personal satisfaction. Third pitfall: ever stopped yourself from trying something new because you were afraid to fail? Fear of failure. It's a common roadblock many of us face. It's that little voice in our heads whispering, "What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough?" It's a fear that can paralyze us, prevent us from taking the leap, from chasing our dreams. But let's take a moment and flip the script. Let's look at failure from a different perspective. Consider this. Every successful person you admire, every innovator, every leader, they've all faced failure. Let's take Thomas Edison, for example. He once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." It was through his countless failures that he was able to invent the electric light bulb, a creation that changed the world. Or consider J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. She was rejected by 12 publishers before Bloomsbury finally agreed to publish her book. Today, she's one of the best-selling authors in history. These stories illustrate a crucial point. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey. It's a stepping stone. It's through our failures that we learn, grow, and ultimately succeed. So how can we overcome this fear of failure? It starts with shifting our mindset. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, see it as a learning opportunity. Each time we fail, we gain valuable insights that can guide us on our journey to success. Next, set realistic expectations. It's important to understand that success doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, and it's okay to make mistakes along the way. It's through these mistakes that we learn and grow. Lastly, take calculated risks. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Remember, the greatest achievements often come from daring to venture into the unknown. And when we do fail, let's not be too hard on ourselves. It's okay to feel disappointed, but don't let it discourage you. Instead, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again. Because every failure brings you one step closer to success. In the words of Michael Jordan, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." So don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Embrace it, learn from it, grow from it, because the path to success is paved with failures, and every failure is a stepping stone on that path. Remember, the only true failure is never trying at all. Fourth mistake: ever neglected your health because you were too busy? It's a common trap we fall into, isn't it? The hustle and bustle of life often leaves us with little time to focus on our health. We prioritize our work, our social commitments, even our favorite Netflix series over our well-being. But this, dear friends, is a mistake we need to rectify. Picture this. You're in your prime, working day in and day out, chasing your dreams. But one day, you wake up and realize that your body isn't keeping up with your ambitions. You're constantly fatigued, you suffer from frequent headaches, and your productivity is plummeting. Why? Because you've been neglecting your health. Health, as cliched as it may sound, is indeed our most significant wealth. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and mental health care aren't just buzzwords thrown around by fitness enthusiasts. They're the pillars of a healthy life. Let's talk about regular exercise first. You don't need to be an Olympic athlete or a gym rat to stay fit. Even a brisk walk for 30 minutes a day can do wonders for your body. It improves cardiovascular health, boosts mood, and even enhances creativity. Simple activities like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, parking your car a little farther from your destination, and walking the rest of the way, or even dancing to your favorite tunes can be fun ways to incorporate exercise into your daily routine. A balanced diet is another key element of good health. We've all heard the phrase, "You are what you eat," and it holds more truth than you might think. Consuming a varied diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains provides the nutrients your body needs to function at its best. It's not about strict limitations or depriving yourself of the foods you love, but rather about feeling great, having more energy, and stabilizing your mood. And finally, let's not forget about mental health care. Mental health is just as important as physical health. In fact, they're interconnected. Stress, anxiety, or depression can lead to a host of physical problems, from heart disease to weakened immune systems. So, take time out of your day to relax and unwind, engage in activities you enjoy, and don't hesitate to seek help if you're feeling overwhelmed. Remember, adopting these habits doesn't have to be a grand, sweeping lifestyle change. Start small and make one change at a time. Replace that afternoon soda with a glass of water. Take a 5-minute break to stretch every hour, or spend a few minutes each day practicing mindfulness. Each little step you take towards better health is a step away from this common life mistake. Remember, your health is your wealth. Let's not wait for a wake-up call to start taking care of ourselves. After all, we only get one body in this life. Let's treat it with the respect and care it deserves. Last but not least, ever taken your relationships for granted? It's a mistake many of us make, often without realizing it. We get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of life that we forget to nurture the personal connections that truly matter. The bonds we share with our family, friends, and loved ones are the backbone of our emotional well-being. Just think about it. How many times have you put off a call to a friend because you were too busy? Or canceled a family dinner because work ran late? These may seem like small, inconsequential decisions, but over time, they can have a profound impact. Relationships, like plants, need regular care and attention to thrive. And when we neglect them, they wither. Communication is key in any relationship. It's not just about talking, but also listening, truly listening to what the other person is saying. It's about understanding their perspective, their feelings, and their needs. Empathy, that ability to put ourselves in someone else's shoes, is what strengthens the bond we share with others. But nurturing relationships doesn't stop at communication and empathy. It also requires effort. And that effort often means making time for the people who matter to us, regardless of how busy our schedules might be. It could be a simple text message to check in on a friend, a weekly dinner with your family, or a monthly catch-up with your old schoolmates. These small gestures can go a long way in showing our loved ones that they are important to us. Life is a juggling act, and it's easy to let the balls drop. But remember, it's not just about keeping the balls in the air. It's about knowing which balls are made of rubber and which are made of glass. And relationships, dear friends, are made of glass. They are fragile, precious, and once broken, they can be incredibly difficult to mend. So take a moment today to reach out to someone you care about. Let them know they matter, because at the end of the day, it's the relationships we have with others that add richness and meaning to our lives. Remember, relationships are the spice of life. So, what have we learned today? We've covered a lot of ground, from personal growth to the value of relationships. Let's take a moment to reflect. Firstly, we talked about the importance of personal development. It's all too easy to neglect education, fail to acquire new skills, or avoid stepping out of our comfort zones. But remember, prioritizing your growth through continuous learning and self-reflection is a crucial step towards a fulfilling life. Next, we discussed the pitfalls of focusing solely on wealth or job titles. While ambition is important, it's equally vital to find joy in simple pleasures, relationships, and fulfilling work. Balance is the key to a satisfying life. We also touched on the fear of failure, a common stumbling block that often prevents people from pursuing their dreams. Embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. Take calculated risks and learn from setbacks. We highlighted the common mistake of taking health for granted. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and mental health care are the pillars of well-being. Simple daily habits can significantly improve your overall health. Lastly, we addressed the importance of not undervaluing personal relationships. Communication, empathy, and effort are essential in sustaining friendships and family ties. Even in the midst of a busy life, nurturing relationships should never be overlooked. Reflect on these common mistakes and strive to avoid them. Feel free to share your experiences or tips in the comments section below. Remember, life is a journey of learning and growing. If you found value in our journey through these common life mistakes, and you're looking for more insights and guidance to navigate life's challenges, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Join our community to stay updated with our latest content, where we explore more ways to grow, learn, and transform our lives together. Remember, every subscription is a step towards a more insightful and fulfilling life journey. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to having you with us.